Kalala Malak Yahweh, Wa Yahushai Bahashem, Racha, Quadash, and double honors to the elders of GMS Ruel. Blessings unto those men, and blessings and salutations to the Akim out there in truth, pushing his word in all sincerity and in honesty. With that being said, Shalom Israel, Barakatah. Today's lesson, does the Bible speak of missiles? And the answer to that is yes. It most certainly does. And they are the sword of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahushai, that shall be bathed in heaven. Let's go over to that scripture of Isaiah 34:5. Isaiah chapter 34 and verse 5. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea and upon the people of my curse to judgment. The land of Idumea represents modern day America, but it's also a Greek word for Edom. And upon the people of my curse to judgment, a good example of that curse is leprosy. Cain said that the curse of leprosy that the Lord Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai put on him was too much to bear. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. That sword represents the missiles coming down upon modern day Idumea. And they shall all take flight and shall not miss, according to the scripture of 2 Esdras 16 and 13. They shall all hit their strategic targets. 2 Esdras 16 and 13. For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp and shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world. The day cometh when these sharp arrows shall be shot into the ends of the world, and shall not miss to be shot into the ends of the world, which represents the Western Hemisphere. They shall be shot into modern day Babylon the Great, which speaks of America. These 200 million missiles shall not miss, nor will they break their ranks in flight. They shall fall upon modern day Idumea, which is also known as Babylon the Great, and shall become the lake of fire. When it comes to these swords of the Lord taking flight, none shall malfunction, none shall be brought down, and none shall miss to hit all their strategic targets, because the Spirit of the Lord, that Spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, shall be guiding them to strike all their strategic targets upon modern day Babylon the Great. It shall be leveled from coast to coast. But these arrows of mass destruction shall also touch down upon the land that the small hats now inhabit. But that heavy bombardment shall be concentrated mainly upon modern day Babylon the Great. And once those missiles touch down upon Babylon the Great, the scenery and landscapes that the people once knew shall change drastically in that besom of destruction. And Babylon the Great in these times is America. It's also known as Basra, modern day Egypt, Sodom, Nineveh, Idumea, etc. Revelation 9 and 16. And the number of the army of the horsemen were 200,000, and I heard the number of them. And this scripture speaks of 200 million missiles. Also remember that there are many missiles that are capable of carrying multiple warheads inside of that one missile alone. An example is the Sarmat of the Russians and the Dongfeng 61 of the Chinese, of the Moabites. Here we have Revelation 9 and 17. And thus I saw the horses in the vision, and them that sat on them having breastplates of fire and of jacinth, and brimstone, and the heads of the horses were as the heads of lions, and out of their mouths issued fire and smoke and brimstone. Real horses running in the pastures are not capable of shooting forth fire out of their mouths. This scripture is talking of the deadly effects of a nuclear detonation. The heads of the horses speak of those nuclear warheads of destruction. And these missiles represent destruction and the end of this wicked generation and civilization at hand of Esau, Edom. The real prophets of the Lord that are stationed in these four corners of the earth are warning of the great tribulation to come, of the CHIP of Revelation 13 and 16, and of that destructive third world war to come in these last days. Once they implement that CHIP of Revelation 13, 16 through 18, that third world war cometh quickly. No holds barred, as they say. That last plague of the arrows shall not miss and shall not return backward once they are launched from their respective silos. Those arrows shall come from all directions. With that being said, let's go over to 2 Esdras 16 and 16. Here we have that scripture of 2 Esdras 16 and 16. Like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer returneth not backward, even so the plagues that shall be sent upon earth shall not return again. When an archer lets loose an arrow, it returns not backward. The same thing will be with those destructive arrows of the Lord once they are shot into the ends of the world. And many of these plagues that are being sent upon earth as we speak are not returning backward. They are being sent for the wickedness that has exceedingly polluted the whole earth. But neither shall that last plague of the missiles return once they are launched from their respective silos. These arrows shall not miss and shall strike with precise accuracy, and no golden dome will be able to stop them, because the Spirit of the Lord shall be guiding them to their strategic targets. None shall miss. An inevitable war of deadly technology is coming, and we are blowing the trumpet in warning. You shall also see robots, AI. Once those World War III missiles are shot forth into the ends of the world, no defense capability will be able to bring them down in the time of the Lord's righteous anger. Here we have Joel 2 and 7. They shall run like mighty men. They shall climb the wall like men of war. And they shall march every one on his ways. And they shall not break their ranks. They shall run like mighty men. Refers to the missiles that shall not break their ranks upon flight. Joel 2 and 8. Neither shall one thrust another. They shall walk every one in his path. And when they fall upon the sword, they shall not be wounded. And this is going into and refers to the technology of the guidance systems of the missiles that the Lord Yahweh Yahushai shall control upon flight. The missiles shall not break rank, neither shall they miss, because the Spirit of the Lord shall be controlling them to hit all their strategic targets. Joel 2 and 9, they shall run to and fro in the city, they shall run upon the wall, they shall climb up upon the houses, they shall enter in at the window like a thief. They shall enter in at the windows like a thief, right? When these missiles are shot from the many different silos, they shall enter into space, and the warheads shall proceed to come down upon all their strategic targets on earth. That blast shall enter everywhere. Joel 2 and 10. The earth shall quake before them, the heavens shall tremble, the sun and the moon shall be dark, and the stars shall withdraw their shining. And upon re-entry, they shall all detonate and cause the earth to quake before them. Those detonations shall cause the great earthquake spoken in the scriptures. These 200 million missiles shall not miss, nor will they break their ranks in flight. They shall fall upon modern-day Idumea, which is also known as Babylon the Great, and shall become the lake of fire. Those missiles shall hit everywhere upon modern-day Babylon the Great. But these arrows of mass destruction shall also touch down upon the land that the small hats now inhabit. But that concentration will be mainly upon modern-day Idumea, aka Babylon the Great, which speaks of America. Once that CHIP is fully implemented around the world, all hell will break loose, and the slain of the Lord shall be many, according to Isaiah 66:15 and 16. First cometh the CHIP, then World War III. And then in the middle of that war, the Lord returns to take the elect out of harm's way. But when it comes to this army of missiles, on that day, they shall not break their ranks, and none shall miss. But with that being said, Kalalah Malak Yahweh, Wa Yahushai, Bahashem, Rachak, Wadash, and double honors to the elders of GMS Ruel, blessings unto those men, and blessings and salutations to the Akim out there in truth, pushing his word in all sincerity and in honesty. With that being said, Shalom Israel, Barakatah. Shalom.